There's a house on Union Street in San Francisco's Cow Hollow. I've walked that block for many years. In May, it listed for just under $8 million, and it sold for $15 million, nearly double the asking price, a 21st century record for the city of San Francisco. And that is not a fluke. In the first 6 months of this year, 144 San Francisco homes sold for at least $1 million over asking. 44 of them in June alone. The same stretch last year, 8. The year before that, 6. So today I'm going to tell you what is actually driving this, why the headlines are misleading you, and exactly what it means for your home, because I promise you it does not mean what you think it means. I'm David Poulsen, top San Francisco realtor. I'm a 4th-generation San Francisco Bay Area native. I have over 30 years experience in San Francisco and Bay Area real estate, and I've sold hundreds of homes. Before that, I was a developer. I took raw land through subdivision, built out projects up to 48 homes, and developed multi-unit retail, office, and industrial property. So when I look at a house, I don't just see what it is, I see what it could be. That's going to matter a lot in this video. I've lived through the dot-com boom, the financial crisis, COVID, and now what may turn out to be the strangest market I've ever seen in this city. Let's start with where these numbers come from, because that matters. This is a report put together by Chief Economist Mike Simonsen. It was first reported by the San Francisco Chronicle. Here's what it found. 144 San Francisco homes sold for at least $1 million above asking in the first half of 2026. 44 in June alone, 8 in the first half of last year, 6 the year before that. Simonsen has been tracking housing data for 20 years. His public reaction was that this is absolutely bananas. His word, not mine. And here's the stat nobody is repeating, but it's the most important number in the entire report. Those homes listed on average at $3.8 million, and they sold on average at $5.3 million. Hold on to that, because it tells you exactly what's really going on. The single biggest misconception in real estate is that the asking price is what a home is worth. It isn't. It never has been, especially not here in San Francisco. Experienced listing agents very often price a home below expected market value on purpose. Why? Because buyers shop online in price bands, price the home strategically, and it lands in front of a far bigger pool of buyers. More buyers show up, more buyers fall in love, more buyers write offers. And now you've manufactured competition. Competition creates emotion. Emotion creates bidding wars. Bidding wars move the final number. This is not new. This is the San Francisco playbook. And we've run it for decades. We call it price to entice. So go back to that stat. Listed at 3.8, sold at 5.3. Some of the gap is real, explosive demand, and some of it is a list price that was never meant to be the finish line. Both things are true. The demand is absolutely real. The headline is still misleading. So if you take one thing away from this video, take this. The size of the over asking number tells you as much about the pricing strategy as it does about the market. And that is exactly why you cannot figure out what your home is worth from a headline or a Zestimate. If you're thinking about buying or selling anywhere in San Francisco and you want a straight answer about your specific property, call or text me at 415-735-6188 or send me a DM right here on YouTube, as a lot of you already do, and ask me questions. No pressure, no pitch. I'll walk you through your actual numbers. Now, let's talk about why this is happening at all. 2 letters, AI. Artificial intelligence has rewritten the economic map of San Francisco. Companies are hiring aggressively. Engineers are relocating. Executives who wrote San Francisco off are moving back. But here's the mechanism, and Simonsen points right at it. It's not just hiring, it's liquidity. Tens of thousands of people here work for companies riding a record-breaking stock market. And there are enormous IPOs on the horizon. That is not salary money, that is cash out money. And a buyer holding liquid equity behaves completely differently than a buyer stretching for a mortgage. They don't care what the Fed did last month. They're not shopping rates. Many of them are simply writing checks. I watched this movie in the late 90s to see what happens on the other side of it, too. But I'll be honest with you, this cycle is more concentrated than anything I have lived through. Which brings us to part almost nobody is covering correctly. Here's where the headlines will hurt you if you believe them. This is not a citywide boom. Simonsen said it plainly. The frenzy is concentrated in a very small section of the city. And when you look at where the million oversales actually landed, most of them are in one zip code, 94114. The Castro, Noe Valley, Dolores Heights. Seacliff medians are up to close to 25% over a year. Pacific Heights and Presidio Heights are trading around $5,000 a square foot. Meanwhile, citywide, the median listing price is actually down about 5% from a year ago. Let that land. The luxury tier is exploding while the middle of the market is flat. So if you own a home in San Francisco and you saw the headline and you thought, great, my house is worth $1 million more, I have to be straight with you. Maybe, and maybe not at all. Real estate is local, and in San Francisco, it is local down to the block. Now, here's the part I see differently than most agents because of my development background. The money isn't chasing San Francisco. It's chasing a very specific product. Here's the profile that gets bid up over. Beautifully remodeled, move-in ready, great natural light, a floor plan that works for how people actually live, parking, usable outdoor space, that house gets 10 offers. Now take the house 3 doors down. Same street, same square footage, deferred maintenance, dated kitchen, chopped up floor plan. The house sits. Active listings in the city fell to around 225 in May. Inventory is non-existent. And even so, the tired house still sits. That spread between turnkey and tired on the same blocks is the widest I've seen in my career. And that is the opportunity nobody is talking about. Because if you own the tired house, you do not need a gut renovation to capture that spread. You need the right work in the right order with a real budget and a real return calculation. I've built homes from raw dirt. I've run numbers on 48 home subdivisions. I can walk your property and tell you honestly which improvements will come back to you at close of escrow and which ones are just you lighting cash on fire. That's the developer's eye. And in a market this selective, it is the difference between the 10 offer house and the one that sits. One more thing from the data, and it genuinely surprised me. Historically in San Francisco, it was the mid-priced and the entry-level homes that had the fiercest bidding. Deepest buyer pool, most competition according to real estate that just flipped. For the first time in their records, luxury homes in San Francisco are selling more over their list price than starter homes are. Citywide, the average home sold in May for roughly 16% over list. A year earlier, that number was about 7%. High net worth buyers have flexibility that traditional buyers simply don't. They're not rate sensitive. Many are all cash. They're buying for long-term wealth preservation. And a lot of them flat out refuse to lose the house they want. So let's talk about what they actually do. If you're buying right now, the number one mistake is shopping by asking price. Stop. The asking price is marketing. Instead, study sold comps, not list prices. Understand where bidding realistically ends on that specific street. Get your financing fully underwritten before you write, not after. Be ready to move in days, not weeks, and work with someone who prices block by block, not zip code by zip code. Now, sellers, this is the call I get every single week right now. Homeowner sees the headline, thinks homes are going $1 million over asking. So I'll just list $1 million high. That backfires almost every time. Overprice it, and you kill your own traffic. Fewer showings, fewer offers, no competition, and very often a lower final number than if you'd priced it right. The strategy that produced those $15 million results is a pricing strategy executed on a specific kind of property in a specific pocket of the city. It is not a wish. It's not engineering. Some homes should be priced to entice. Some should be priced right at value. and some shouldn't come to the market at all until the right work is done. If you want to know which one your home is, that's the conversation I have every day. Here's the bigger story the national headlines are missing. This isn't really about bidding wars. It's about confidence. People are betting on San Francisco again, investing here, building here, raising families here, buying homes here. After years of writing the city off, the money is voting with its feet. And as someone who has spent his entire career here, this is genuinely something to watch. But it's uneven, it's concentrated, and it rewards the prepared seller and punishes the assuming one. So if you're wondering whether now is right, or just to find out honestly what your home is worth in this market, I'd love to help. I'm David Poulsen, top San Francisco Realtor. My family has lived in the San Francisco Bay Area for 4 generations, and I personally spent over 30 years in real estate navigating this area's unique market and sold hundreds of homes. Call or text me at 415-735-6188 or email me at david@sfhothomes.com. And you can always DM me right here on the channel. A lot of people do that, and I answer all their questions. One important note before I go, this video is for education and entertainment purposes only. It's not legal, tax, or financial advice. Every property, every situation is different, so please consult your own CPA, attorney, or financial advisor before making any decision. If this was useful, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and leave a comment. I read them all, so tell me, is 1 million over asking the new normal in San Francisco? Comment down below. Or are we watching a cycle setup that ends the way cycles always end? I'm David Poulsen, top San Francisco Realtor. Thanks for watching. And if you can hit the like or subscribe, I sure would appreciate it. Coming to you live here in San Francisco's Cow Hollow. Bye-bye, everyone.